Good morning. It's currently 9:36. Sorry about that noise. That was my brakes. They've been good, but honestly, I think I might need to get them checked anyway. So this week kind of gives you a hint of, hey, your brakes are kind of going bad right now, so you might want to get them looked at. It is currently 48 degrees, which I'm just wearing a long sleeve, thin shirt. I know people are like, well, it's gonna be like 60 degrees today. Yeah, I know, but I kind of want to wear something nice and, just something different. I'm actually going out. Today is one of my days off, which is awesome. I got to sleep in a little bit. I usually typically get up around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, so my nights are usually quick. When I get home, I eat, go take a shower, make sure I have everything set up for tomorrow and the next day, and then I go to sleep around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So my nights usually are rather quick. So this morning I had a little bit of extra sleep. I woke up around my normal time and had to go to the bathroom, and then went back to bed. Woke up around 6, stayed up for about 20 minutes, went try and go back to sleep, and then tossed and turned for the rest of the time. Couldn't really get comfortable again, and just laid there and did whatever. I'm actually going out and about today. I kind of want to just enjoy the weather while we can, because I know Groundhog Day, they said that we had 6 more weeks of winter, which I hate. I hate waking up in the morning and I am getting in the car and it's only 20 degrees. That's why, one of the reasons why I kind of left Massachusetts, but it's all over the place. The cold weather's all over the place, but we don't have to typically mess with the snow as much as they do. So that's one of the pluses about being down here. We do get it sometimes, but not always. And it's pretty cool that we don't have to worry about it as badly as they do. We literally don't even have anything to help with removal or anything like that. So if it comes, it's good amount of snow, then if you get anywhere, you're lucky. If you don't, well, then you're better off to just stay home where you're at and just do what you got to do until it clears up a little bit. And I think my first year here, when I first moved here, I think I saw a little bit of a snow amount, and they closed school. Like literally like maybe an inch, and they closed school. And I was like, what? An inch? Okay, fine. The next year we got 9 inches of snow. And I'll never forget that year, because it was actually really funny. I woke up thinking, it ain't do nothing. It didn't stake or nothing. I looked outside and I could just see a white blanket of snow all over the place. And I'm like, wait a minute, am I still in Massachusetts? Did I wake up in Massachusetts again? And I look at the school closings and all that, and it said closed. I said, oh, okay, well, fine. The next day, didn't clear up as much. Closed again. I said, well, that was Friday, so I had a 4-day weekend. So I had met a friend, so we just hung out and played outside for a bit, hung out with some new people I met around the neighborhood, and we just hung out for the day. And then Saturday and Sunday, and Monday came, and it was finally cleared up enough that they would allow for a 2-hour delay. And then when we all got back on the bus, there was still some icy patches. People were taking precautions, and it was only like 20 something degrees that day, so it was still pretty chilly, and it was still pretty icy outside, but we still took care of it and all that. But I still can't believe that I experienced that, and I was like, wait a minute, I know I lived in Alabama now. Why is there so much snow? And then next thing you know, wow, snow. We do typically get on average maybe a few inches, and that's about it, if anything. Like this year we got a little bit, and it's not that bad. So I'll have to say, living down here is not too bad when it comes to weather. When it gets to summertime now, you better hope you're wearing some shorts and you have a lot of sunblock, because 98 degrees and with a 98% humidity, it feels like 110 outside. And people still do yard works, people still build houses, people still do this and do that. And, I used to work in a factory for 5 years. I used to be a machine operator slash I don't want to say co-supervisor, but I was a supervisor of some sorts. And the days that we would work in the summer, whoo, that was not fun. We had every door open as much as possible, letting that breeze in. We had some fans, but that did not help, I'll tell you that much. Anything we could do, when we would start up the machines, I'd stick my hand in the water, even though it was nasty water. I would keep myself cool as much as possible. I would bring 2 gallons of water every day to work, you know. I put it on my toolbox. I had my own toolbox and such, you know, and the day went on, and I would go through about a gallon and a half of water. I'd make 20 or so trips to the bathroom just because of it, you know. My manager over me would always ask me, hey, you gonna bring a 3rd jug because you're about to go finish through all of them? And I said, no, I don't think I need a 3rd jug, but you know. And the heat alone in the factory was enough, because the machines ran around like 300, 400 degrees every day. So to have that running and stuff, and when it was a good day, none of the machines went down. Typically, every day a machine went down. Just about every day a machine went down. So can you imagine what that was like every day, trying to get it started back up again, and then the heat would hit you? Ugh. So yeah, that's the one thing. So enough of the weather. Sorry, I went off a sidetrack there. But I'm actually going out and about. I'm meeting up with 2 friends of mine. One, he's going with me to have my computer looked at. I mentioned that or maybe I did mention, I don't remember. But my computer messed up. I installed a new motherboard to be a little more expansioned. When I say expansion, like it can support newer technology and such for better gaming experiences and such. And when I installed it and put everything back together, it worked. The only downfall was that the display did not show, and one USB port worked on the motherboard. And I was kind of like, well, that don't sound right. So I checked around. I made sure all the cords were plugged in correctly, and all the ones were where they were supposed to be, and it still shows that it didn't have a display or anything like that. And the USB only worked because I plugged everything in that I need for USB related, and only one thing worked, and that was my mic. And I was kind of like, well, that's not good. So I need to take it somewhere just to make sure nothing messed up. He's going to go with me, and then I'm going to go see everybody else. Don't worry about me. I'm just stopping off to get some gas real quick. And why would you put a pallet jack thingy right there? That's not very smart. But whatever. What do I know? Not very smart, you know. Oh, well. I'll get as close as I can, I guess. Somebody decided that it was going to be smart to park a pallet jack right there at the gas thing. But I'm going to stop right here for now. I'm going to get some gas, and then I'll pick it up at the next part. All right? I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Well, that was quick. Didn't need to take too much for gas. I only put 15 in. It don't take long for this thing to get a decent amount of gas. I can go for a while without having to do much. I think the last time I put any in was about 5 days ago. So it's I love the car I picked. I'll say that. I picked a good car. I'm happy with my choice. And it does pretty well. Let me check something here. It does about 27 miles to the gallon, which not bad, you know. I mean, if I should have probably upgraded a little newer to get that like unbelievably amount of gas per miles, and I would have been a little bit happier maybe, but it's doing its job. It's better than what I had before. That old truck I used to have, the Ford Sports Track. It was a 2007 Ford Sports Track. I had almost 200,000 miles on it, maybe almost 200,000, and it would only do 15 or 16 miles to the gallon. So I'd be filling up regularly, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, oh, I could go a little faster than that though. But I picked a good car. I sold that truck for a decent amount. I sold it for $6,000. I put $2,000 down on this car, and my monthly payment is only $177 a month for my car, which I can't complain. My friend and I went out to actually go buy this. We bought it all the way out in Decatur. They had one other one here. I think I already probably mentioned this story once before, but refresher time. But I went out, and there was one rinky-dink place out here in Huntsville. It was by Sparkman Walmart, and it kind of was a little bit too iffy for me. It kind of gave me that vibe of like, yeah, I don't trust these guys. But the car was nice. Don't get me wrong, the car was nice. It was white, 2015, the same year as this one, and it had less miles on it. The only downfall was, I asked the guy, I said, hey, how long can I test drive it for? And he said, oh, just around the block and then come back. That's all you can get. I'm like, really? That's it? That's all you can give me? Yeah, once around around the neighborhood, then come back. That's all you can get, and we'll be tracking you. Oh, well, that's nice to know. So I said, well, is there anything else wrong with it? He said, well, it wasn't an accident once before. I said, okay, what part of the car was damaged? He said, the back hatch, where like the thing that lifts up, the sensor was messed up. It kept sensing that the hatch was open, even though it was shut. And I said, well, how much of a fix is that? He said, oh, we can't fix it, but you'd have to take it to Ford or somewhere else, and they'd have to fix it for you. I said, on top of buying the car, you want me to go ahead and spend more money to get something fixed that you guys are technically supposed to get fixed? He said, yes, that's basically what we want you to do. I said, okay. So I said, well, we might be back. I don't know yet. I have another appointment. So I left, and we went out to Decatur. It was a nice, quiet drive. We got lunch, and we hung out for a bit. And I said, this other place is down off the highway somewhere. And luckily, right down the road was the Redstone Bank, so it was a breeze just to deal with everything. So I went down there. I talked to the guy. I said, hey, I saw the 2015 Ford I saw online you guys had a 2015 Ford Escape for sale. Do you mind showing me where it's at? And he showed me, and there was no problems. There was no previous car accidents. He showed me all the Carfax. I asked him for that, and he said, nah, sure, I don't mind. So he showed me everything, and I said, well, let me ask you, how much of a test drive can I do? He said, well, we close at 6, so as long as you bring it back by then, that's fine. I was like, oh. And I looked at the clock. I said, it's 10 o'clock. Hello. It's 10 o'clock. And we have till 6. Perfect for me. So we drove it around for a good 45 to an hour and just saw what we thought. And we went to the bank to make sure everything was going through, and they told me I could have went for more, but I said, I didn't want to risk it for being my first car. I didn't want to risk too much, So I waited and test drove it again for a bit, went to the dealership. They told me what I needed from the bank, went back to the bank. They gave me what I needed for that and the car dealership, and did everything. Went to the back room where the reference or the lady that does all the final stuff, and we went over everything else at the bank. I put a life insurance on it, so if I were to pass on, this car would be automatically paid off if I still owed on it, and if it would go to whoever I wanted, not anybody else. So if I passed on today, the $9,900 remaining loan would be paid off, and then it would go to whoever I chose for to take it, and I already picked somebody. So you know who you are. Maybe I've changed my mind since then, who knows. But that was not even that much extra, which was pretty cool. And they told me that if I didn't like anybody else's choices for insurance, I can just go with theirs. I was like, yeah, I might think about it, who knows. And you know, I shopped around after I got the car, brought it home, cleaned it up again, and took it to the car wash, and you know, made sure everything looked nice for my grandpa, because he was gonna be the first one to see it besides my friend. And as soon as I got home, he was coming outside. Or no, I actually had to go inside. Andrew, you gotta remind me about that part, buddy, because did I have to go inside to get him, or did he come outside to come look at it? I can't remember. He already was outside. I can't remember which one it was. Was he already coming outside, or did we have to go get him? Can't remember. You gotta tell me about that. But anyway, he came out, looked at it, looked inside, sat in it, looked around, made sure there was nothing wrong with it, and you know, he was impressed about how well I did on the kind of car I was looking at, you know, and I was impressed that he was impressed, you know. And I'm happy when he approves what I've done. And that's the main thing. If he doesn't like what I did, then I know something ain't right. I know that's kind of like, well, you know, you should be just going with your instinct, yes. But after living with him so long, I kind of, his gut usually is more right than mine, you know. He kind of has done this multiple times before, and but yeah, that's basically the story. I bought the car and I put a special license plate on it. It's for the Rocket City, and I love my car ever since. You know, the only thing I don't do is I haven't washed the actual outside in a while, so I need to do that one day. But unfortunately, I do have to cut the vlog short. Unfortunately, my phone is starting to act up. I can see that already by looking at them back and forth, and it's starting to act up quite a bit. I tried to go talk to Apple, but they're not letting any people in the store unless you're buying a phone. They don't do any support there or anything like that, so I gotta kind of just hold out for a while until I can get a new one, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say until the next vlog, I wish everyone a great rest of your day. Enjoy the weather if you're down here, if you're in Massachusetts as well. I don't know what your weather is like today, but hopefully it's better, getting better. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.